Alright, I'm back with a vengeance. Hey, yeah, that was fun. It was a fun, chill, card opening stream. Before... Oh, cool. I didn't really do much, honestly. I was gonna go grab a snack, but I'm like, there's no time. Because this is the thing, I don't like eating on stream a ton. So, before I get to Splatoon, which I am very eager to do, there was a Nintendo Direct today. It was a partner showcase, as was heavily rumored for a long time. So, I figured I'd give my thoughts on it real quick. Not real quick, but, like, watch through it and, like, have an opinion on it. And, yeah. Give me a brief moment here. We're gonna set this up. Click desktop. Why is my PNG tuber not enabled here? Oh, there you go. It's in the wrong spot too. Yeah, it should be way further down right. Having it this high up is annoying because the bottom will get cut off. Like, you'll see the bottom show up. Let me fix that real quick. Probably not the same, but it's close enough. Yeah. It's low enough, and it's not intrusive. Okay, cool. Firefox. Load it up. Let's make sure it's not too loud. Yeah, that's pretty good. Partner Showcase, Nintendo
Hello,
Direct.
Everyone. Welcome to today's Nintendo Direct Partner Showcase. In this presentation, we'll be focusing on Nintendo Switch games launching in the first half of 2024 from our publishing and development partners. Okay, let's get into some headlines.
So the last time we had one of these was 2022, and that's when the Mega Man Battle Network collection was announced, so I'm pretty satisfied with the quality of these generally.
Get ready to embark on an enormous adventure of pint-sized proportions.
So, heads up, there's a spider in this trailer.
Evil corporation. You must
Why is it
explore
not
a
a... Okay, there we go.
vast,
Just
immersive
checking the,
world right in your own backyard.
Gotta check the stream feed because I don't have the... I have this
Work
full screen. I don't have
together
chat
in
open.
online cross-platform co-op with up to 3 friends.
So this is the first of the Xbox games that got announced to be multi-platform. Cool. I didn't have a ton of interest in. I'm gonna be honest, none of the Xbox games that are coming out on other platforms I have a ton of interest in. Hi-Fi Rush maybe, but that's coming to PS5 right now, not Switch. Probably will come to Switch later when Switch 2 happens, or whatever. It's the Switch 2, there's no Tooth Fairy, there's no Queen of England, there's no Switch 2. I've been told that this looks pretty crusty, but like I'm so used to looking at Switch games that I can't really tell. And also this is a video, so it's like, you know, it's not gonna look as good. It's, you know, cool. So this is a game that people gaslit me into believing that a prequel to exists.
Return to the Ender Lily's world. This once flourishing country sits atop a wealth of buried magic. Homunculi, artificial life forms created as the country flourished, were meant to bring about.
This is a sequel to what is it? Ender Lily, which is like, again, never heard of that game. I feel like the internet has collectively gaslit me into believing that this is a sequel to a game, and not just a new game entirely. Apparently, this is very like Souls-like, apparently, like Salt and Sanctuary, 2D Souls-like. Looks cool. Again, not really my thing. The very common theme you're going to see with this Direct is that there is not a lot here for me, personally. I'm not super interested in most of the stuff that was announced today. I may have thoughts about it, but I'm not super interested.
The creations will join you on your adventure, becoming your companions and lending their aid.
But I figured I did something for every Direct recently. I might as well do something for this one.
And the homunculi at the end of their journey? Find out when Ender Magnolia.
I mean, I'll say this: it looks good. I don't think this looks bad in any sense of the term, but
it's your adventure your way. In these Nintendo Switch games.
It's not my thing, man. Not super interested. This looks fun. This I might look into at some point.
Slide across rows and columns on a sprawling gameplay grid.
Slide puzzles, but not annoying.
When you move, solve puzzles by venturing out into the wilderness, helping out the townsfolk.
This thing makes me think of Shovel Knight Pocket Dungeon, which I have, and I still haven't played.
What awaits you on this curious journey of self-discovery? The world is yours to solve in A Ranger, a role-puzzling adventure, sliding onto Nintendo Switch this summer.
I like the idea of like sliding from one end to the other. Unicorn Overlord. I criticized this game when it got announced before because of its silly name, and it is a silly name. It looks really good, and I mean, I kind of dismissed it because it was like, oh, it's just a tactics game, but like Vanillaware, I've seen the other stuff they make, and it is ridiculously good. Actually, they made 13 Sentinels, which is a game I want to stream at some point. I got it cheap, and I've heard very good things about it. But yeah, it looks really nice. The sprite work's good. The portraits look very Final Fantasy Tactics reminiscent. The food looks really good, which is apparently a staple of Vanillaware games. But yeah, again, just not really a game I'm in the mood for. Speaking of games I'm not in the mood for, Monster Hunter Stories 1 coming to Switch, which is like, okay. I played the demo of this game on the 3DS, and I had no interest in it.
Many familiar monsters from across the series are included. Plus, you can browse artwork.
Fully voice acted, which means we get to hear the annoying Palico.
Take flight in Monster Hunter Stories, soaring onto the Nintendo Switch system this summer.
Cool. Another port. Speaking of another port, music get DMCA'd.
On a peculiar day,
so this fucking just swear as soon as Mickey shows up. This game and series in general had such a history. Like when it was coming out, this thing was hyped the hell up. And I've never played these. I've been told that the first game is excellent on the Wii. It is very well done.
Mickey returns in a faithful
it's very weird. Again, not super interested. Much like Cloud Strife, most of the things here are not interesting to me. That's not true. It's interesting. It's just not like I don't feel like I'd want to spend my time and money on it. But hey, cool that this game's coming back because it's apparently very good.
Next, please take a look at this.
I'm not opposed to anything good coming back. Okay, I say immediately is the one game that I have the strongest opinions about shows up again.
I'm afraid Tokyo experienced its own peculiar occurrence while you were away. I'll be counting on you to gather more intel on the matter.
I suspected to be traveling back and forth.
That was at DC Douglas.
This place is definitely
complete
dangerous.
Global saturation.
That's about all we know right now.
Look out!
Who are you?
Now let's kill this thing.
And so we have found it. The key to the resurrection.
160 hours, yes. Alright, I'm gonna go over this in a second. Because I have mixed feelings about this.
If it wasn't for you, my brother would never have been dragged into this war.
You're not alone. If you want revenge, then I'll help you get it. Allow me to remind you how you were wronged by this world.
Shin Megami Tensei Double V. Double V. Coming out on E6/21, 2024.
Enter or return to this ravaged wasteland and experience an untold story on your adventure. Let's take a look at some more headlines.
So, here's the deal. Oh, you bought the last game? 3 Demons, take it or leave it. Yes. Here's the deal. I received Shin Megami Tensei 5 for Christmas, I think 2 years ago, from my brother. I have yet to play it. I wanted to stream it. Now it feels like there's no point to it, to me streaming that version, because this is not going to be DLC. This is going to be a full-ass release. You cannot download the Vengeance mode separately. You have to buy the whole game again. Now, that sucks. I don't like the idea of having to pay for content that I already own. on the same system it's released on, but the trade-off here is that it not only includes the full base game, but then includes this second story, this vengeance story, the Path of Vengeance, as it's called, which, from what's been told, is like 66 to 70% different from the base game. The first like 30% is going to be the same, but then it diverts heavily after that. And both storylines total are going to be 160 hours, because like the base game is 80, and this new story is going to be 80 as well. So it's a bit of a mixed bag here. Technically, by buying this at full price, you're still getting another whole game on top of it. I mean, the best value for this is people who have not bought Shin Megami Tensei 5, because you're paying the base price and you're getting 2 games. You're getting the base game and you're getting the Vengeance plotline, and the OG DLC pack is included, plus it's multi-console. True, okay, so it's not a bad deal. The problem is, like, why do I want to buy this now when I already have Shin Megami Tensei 5? Like, do I really want to buy a second game just for half of the game? And it's like I have to balance out, like, the risk and reward of it. Ultimately, it's me just being kind of pissy about it, because it's a whole other game on there. I mean, that's the other problem, too, because, like, SMT4 had 2 releases. You had Shin Megami Tensei 4, Shin Megami Tensei 4 Apocalypse. Those games were not the same game at all. They had similar constructs, and they took place in the same universe, but you played as someone completely different in Apocalypse. The story picks up at a different point, has a different resolution. It's completely different from SMT4. This, the first third of the second story is going to be the same. They said the second and third acts divert. But how heavily do they divert? Is it worth playing the game a second time for this route? Is it going to have new endings, new routes? Is this going to be like the Ice Queen quest in Persona 1? Where it's like, okay, playing a completely different game. If the second quest is different enough, I can see myself getting this, and I could see the cost being justified. At the same time, though, then I feel silly, because then I own a copy of Shin Megami Tensei 5 that I was gifted that now has no purpose to me. Like, I feel silly that I have it. And you don't carry over any data either. Like, that's the other thing, too. Like, I was thinking, oh, well, maybe if I could carry over the save data, I would start playing SMT5 and then get the redone version. No. If you have save data from SMT5, you're allowed to carry over 3 demons from your compendium. Just 3. I don't know if you get to choose them. It's the silliest thing Atlas could do, but they're doing it. And I don't know. I have, again, very mixed feelings about this whole thing. I'll have to see. If it's good, it's good. Maybe I'll stream it someday. I don't know. Man. I don't know.
Get ready to unite and fight in these Nintendo Switch games. Fight an iconic battle.
So this looks cool. I've never really been a Star Wars game guy.
Up to 64 players,
But we're getting our boy Kit Fisto. Best name.
Online battles. This collection includes additional playable characters such as Kit Fisto and additional maps.
Kit Fisto.
Plus, battle as your favorite hero.
I love the Star Wars naming convention. Han Solo, Kit Fisto,
Play as Luke Skywalker, Darth Vader,
Luke Skywalker. It's always like one syllable first name, 2 to 3 syllable last name. By that logic, Bam Margera is a Star Wars character.
Launches on the Nintendo Switch system March
Bam.
15th. Pre-orders begin today on Nintendo eShop.
Come on, it's a snow day.
South Park. It's South Park. South Park has been around for so long, I just have zero interest in it. It's not a series that I was heavily interested in watching in the first place. For a couple years, I watched it, and that was it. I also don't understand why they're going to, like, kind of like a 3D style game when the 2D RPGs worked out so well for them.
It's time for battle.
But, whatever.
An avalanche of enemy factions in solo play or online
This looks
co-op.
like it's going to be like kind of like a 3D, like, brawler type game, and it's like, whatever. Who cares?
Launching on Nintendo Switch March 26th. Pre-orders are available
I
now
don't give
on
2 shits
Nintendo
about it.
eShop.
If I was going to play at least it translates okay to 3D, true.
Steel for the latest entry in the Sword Art
So there's
Online
Sword Fart
series.
Online, otherwise known as .hack if it was bad.
Present collide.
again, I'm heavily criticizing it. I enjoy the Sword Art Online animes. I've watched all of them up to Alicization. It's cool that there's a Sword Art Online game that's actually going to be online. So that's cool, but like, man, Sword Art Online, it's Sword Art Online, man.
Break, build, and battle your ultimate Gundam in Gundam Breaker 4.
Okay, apparently I missed Gundam Breakers 1 through 3 at some point. I love Gundam. This looks cool because it's like you customize your own mech, but it's also like, I don't really think I'd be interested in it because I'm more into like the established fighting game style Gundam games or the story-based ones. These just seem like you're gonna be doing like sandbox stuff, basic missions with combinations you make, cool action sequences you can take pictures of. Gun Gal was good. I wouldn't mind a little RTS or shooter game themed like that. Yeah.
Let's get down to monkey business.
So looks cool. I got the remake one, the good one that came out a year or so ago for very cheap. I have not played it yet. I don't know if I'm gonna stream it or not. Maybe someday. This looks cool. At least they're doing a new traditional Monkey Ball game as opposed to Banana Blitz or whatever that bad one was. And they're doing like a 16-player online mode, which is like, I can't imagine how jank this is going to be when it's actually running. Like outside of the studio's testing consoles. It looks cool. There's a lot of variety, a lot of party modes. I could see people having fun with this. And again, Monkey Ball is just a fun game. I have only played a little bit of it, and I don't think I'll be buying this. Looking at that right there gives me agita. I could feel my heart palpitating looking at this trying to get across that, because I will choke every single time. Still so funny to me, but this is by the same team as Yakuza, yeah. And also, this game is falling into Sega's really bad habit of doing like 3 different editions of a game's release, with none of them being like the definitive version. Like you get the banana version, physical version, and it's still missing stuff that the digital deluxe version has. So why? But it looks like it'll be fun. If you're into Monkey Ball, I see no reason why you wouldn't be getting that.
It's liquidy. It's solidy.
We saw this at the Game Awards, didn't we? World of Goo 2.
Shape it and use it to build strategic structures.
I have not played the original World of Goo. I know it's very popular. This was like one of those early, like, really successful indie games back in like the Wii era, when like that was like when indie was like starting to like take off on Nintendo.
But where do the pipes lead?
Extremely excited for this one, really.
Put your imagination to the test as you build, splash, explode, destroy.
I look at all this goo and I just think of Changed, which I still haven't beaten. I have to go back and finish that at some point. Gotta get back into character while I'm recording it.
Explosive goo, jelly goo, and more. Plus, exclusive to the Nintendo Switch version, you can build with up to 3 buds in local co-op play. World of Goo 2 launches as a console exclusive on Nintendo Switch May 23rd.
I thought this was by like the Tomorrow Corporate, and they changed their name or something. I don't know. We find out this does look the same as the first game, it's just no longer in 480p, yeah. I mean, the first game's really old.
1,000 years in the making, in a brand new Fantasy Life game.
Fantasy Life I. So, the lowercase I makes me think this was originally an iPhone game. I don't know if that's true or not. That's just what I'm assuming.
Travel to the island's past to gather resources. Use them to restore the island in the present.
I was very tempted to get Fantasy Life 1, but I never did. I don't think I'd be getting this one, because these games take like hundreds of hours to beat. It looks really cool. I like that dragon design. I like how toony it looks, but there was a mobile game, yeah, but not sure if this is the same one. Okay.
You can swap between these lives and
Plushling.
many more as you rebuild the island. As you travel through time, you'll gradually uncover truths about your new island home.
The cog. Destroy the cog. That's what I am at my job. I'm a cog in the wheel.
And journey together online. Invite friends to the island and set off to discover the secrets that lie in store.
Again, it looks cool. It's just not something I want to play. It's like I'll watch someone else stream this, maybe. But yeah, it's good. Again, it's just good to see level 5 back in action.
It's time to hunt for, trash?
This game's been announced for a while now, hasn't it? And there's a demo. I have not seen it at all.
Need I remind you all how threatening the ocean is outside this reef?
Scour the depths of a polluted undersea world in this Souls-like adventure.
Souls-like. Again, I hear the phrase Souls-like and I just kind of tune out.
Go get that treasure there, John, about
Souls-like.
trade your shell for it.
Protect yourself with whatever you can find, from cans to cardboard, during your hunt to reclaim your prized shell.
How much do you think Nintendo pays this guy to voice over these videos?
Trying to get my old life back.
But you'll run into a few crabby predators along the way.
And also, what happened to the other guy that does the voice? Is that the same? I think it might still be him. I think it might just be him doing a different voice.
The ability-granting shells and harness powerful umami magic to take down enemies in frenetic deep-sea combat. What other threats lie in the ocean depths?
What other threats lie in the ocean depths?
Trash is
Well,
another Crab's Treasure, launching on Nintendo Switch April 25th.
so the studio's just doing crab-based
Nintendo
games,
Switch
huh?
games will have you dashing, dropping, and drilling.
You know what looks cool? You'll bookmark it. Yeah.
Join Penny and Yo-Yo in a
He's one of the
brand new
Treehouse guys. Oh, yeah.
platforming
Nice.
adventure from the team that brought you Sonic Mania.
So, I've heard this game is pretty good. It came out today. This is a shadow drop.
String in over 40 levels across 11 vibrant worlds, all while outrunning a massive penguin army and a colorful cast of bosses.
This looks fun. This might be a to stream game at some point. But I mean, I could tell just from this video, it looks crusty on the Switch. That resolution is not good.
Hope you're ready to yo.
I've been told that the Steam version looks much better.
Today. Local two-player battle.
So Suika Game is getting paid DLC, which people are like, paid multiplayer mode in Suika Game. It's like this game was $2.
Time limit.
How much is the DLC for this?
Aim for a higher score than your opponent in original mode. Make split-second decisions against the clock in time limit mode. And overwhelm your opponent with bunches of fruit in attack mode.
This is local only right now, but they're gonna add online in the future. Which, when that happens, maybe I'll consider it. But
battling when this paid DLC for Suika Game drops onto the Nintendo Switch system today.
again, like people were upset that like, oh, well, you have to pay for the multiplayer, but it's like, yeah, but the base game is what, $2, $3? Give Aladdin X like an extra $2 or whatever, however much it is. I've only heard one opinion on Penny's Big Breakaway so far, and it was pretty negative. I had to see more than just what the one person said. I was watching a clip that John Cartwright posted, and he seems to be enjoying it. So, I don't know. It's very momentum-based, which seems fun. But we'll have to see. I'll have to see once more comes out for it. Anyway, when online mode gets added to multiplayer Suika Game, maybe I'll consider getting it if it's cheap. I don't know how much the online multiplayer costs, but
A bundle of the game
I don't
and
see it.
DLC
I
is
can't see it
also
being more than the
available.
game itself, which means it can't be more than $3.
Gear up for some thrilling drilling in the 2D action platformer Pepper Grinder.
This is very looks very Drill Dozer-ish, which is cool.
Burrow through terrain.
Definitely taking some of that inspiration from Game Freak.
And ride on gnarly vehicles to recover your missing fortune. Pepper Grinder drills its way onto Nintendo.
It looks like a combination of Drill Dozer and Celeste.
Demo will be available today on Nintendo.
I don't know. Looks fun. I might play it. Speaking of Game Freak, so this is so I love this game. I love the 3DS version of this game. I played this game till I got every trophy. I bred so many damn horses in it. This version is the iPhone version with online multiplayer added into it, and it looks really good. That being said, I'm not getting this right now. Because I know if I get this, I'm going to be sucked into this game for like a month, and I don't have the freedom to do that right now.
Pocket Card Jockey, ride on. Launching on Nintendo Switch today.
I will say this though, if you have not played Pocket Card Jockey, and you're curious about it, and you have a Switch, get the demo, play it. It's a bizarre mashup of solitaire and like and simulated horse racing. It works so well. The music is amazing. That's what I was playing at the beginning of the stream today. It's arguably the best game Game Freak has ever made. I would put this above most Pokemon games, if not all of them. This like Harmonite was a good non-Pokemon Game Freak game. This is top tier. This game is amazing. If you have any interest in it whatsoever, please play the demo. It is absolutely worth your time. I played the crap out of the 3DS version. At some point, I will get this version and stream it. I don't know when, but at some point I will. Apple Arcade version's weird references to iPhones in its tutorial and stuff. Wonder if they'll be replaced with the Switch or just generic smartphone jokes. Probably the Switch. Or like generic smart. They'll do what they did with another code recollection, where they replaced they replaced the DAS with the from a DS to the generic Switch-looking smartphone. But yeah, it's again, I can't sing this game's praises enough. People assumed this was coming to Switch at some point, and I mean I'll definitely want to play it. I just don't have the freedom to right now. It's not really a game you could stream like constantly to play through the story, because it requires a lot of cycles to get through it, and there's also no real endpoint. You can keep playing it over and over. So maybe I'll get it and do a stream or two of it at some point. Anyway, we got our sizzle reel here. Sizzle reel. We got our sizzle reel. Oh my god, I'm speaking too quickly. We got our sizzle reel here. That's hard to say. Sizzle reel here. Purple burglar alarm. Snufkin game. This game was announced a while ago. This is like, it's a Moomin game, but it's being done by like a very good indie dev. It looks cute. I'm not really super into Moomin, but Snufkin, I know a lot of people are like husbando over him. This game, don't know anything about it. Looks interesting. Demon Slayer board game, yeah, sure, why not? At least it's not a 3D brawler. Arena fighter. Kingdom Come Deliverance. Isn't this game like pro-colonization or some bullshit like that? Also, it looks like it runs like shit on the Switch. Contra Operation Galuga. Yeah, there's a demo that came out today. It looks okay. This is being made by WayForward, so I can't imagine it's bad. Pentiment, which comes out tomorrow, or I guess today now. This is, people are like, why is this being announced in the sizzle reel? This deserves better. It looks okay, I guess. I have no idea what it's about. Miss Snufkin, I know somebody will be happy about that. I know a lot of people will be happy about Snufkin. Moomin, yeah. This, what? I don't even know what Pentiment, like, what it is, what's about. Real Contra game, several that revived, canceled 360 game we got was, yeah. That game sucked too, apparently.
First, please take a look at this.
Wearing out my voice here. So we're getting rare games, or we got them. They're already out. They came out as soon as the direct ended. We're getting some B tier rare games on NSO. But I mean, to be fair, we got some of the best ones already. We got Banjo-Kazooie. We have Jet Force Gemini. Really wish Diddy Kong Racing would come out on the platform, but maybe someday. So we're getting Snake Rattle and Roll, which apparently is really good. RC Pro-Am, which I've heard is difficult as shit. Battletoads and Battle Maniacs, which, you know, Double Dragon versus Battletoads is the only one I'm really familiar with. Killer Instinct, which is cool to see a, you know, rare fighting game on a SNES. Blast Core, which,
These games are available
cool.
today. You can play them with an active Nintendo
Didn't even know Killer Instinct came out on the SNES. Yeah, that's where it originated.
Plus expansion pack membership.
I like that they only have the box art with the Killer Cuts music CD thing in there. They should be forced to put a sound, like, if this game doesn't have a sound test, Nintendo Online should include one just to emulate the music CD being there. Yeah, these are pretty cool. Like, again, these aren't the A tier rare games, but I mean, let's be honest. N64, a B tier rare game on the N64 was an A tier N64 game. Blast Core is pretty cool. I've never played it. I've watched Vinny Vinesauce play it, and he had some choice sounds to make in some of those missions, because this game is not easy. Neither is RC Pro-Am, apparently. This game is ridiculously hard to win. And I mean, Battletoads has a reputation for being hard. Why isn't the NES Battletoads on here? Like, it's so weird that they chose these 5 games specifically when there's still, like, Diddy Kong Racing, there's still DK64, there's Banjo-Tooie, Battletoads Original, Double Dragon Battletoads, Killer Instinct 64, I don't know, Scrungly's Adventure 3D. I don't know. It's fine. Look, you're technically getting those games for free.
Please take a look.
So as long as you've got the online, so who cares? My friend Gamma is really excited for this. This is a new Endless Ocean game, which I'm ambivalent on. Again, looks fun. Looks very chill. Looks like a vibe game. But probably not for me. Actually, really excited for this too. Really love the first game.
The world is yours to explore in an all-new Endless Ocean game. Welcome to the Veiled Sea, a location known.
You know what I would like to see? You know what I would have liked? I would have liked to see this game held until the Switch 2 got announced, or whatever the next system is, and then have this be like a technical showcase for the system. Because, I mean, it's got 30-player online multiplayer. There's no way this is going to run well on the Switch. I feel like this is going to run not super great.
And exchange a friendly greeting while freely exploring the vast ocean.
I mean, I don't know. It doesn't look too bad. It does look nice. I'll say that. But, like, imagine this game running on a more powerful system. This would look beautiful with some better lighting and smoother graphics on it.
Some of them are creatures thought to be extinct, and others may be mythical.
Why was it developed this as a partner game? Because it's a first-party IP. Yeah, it's a good question. Probably good feel.
What will you find on your
Art Piazza
journey? Endless Ocean Luminous launches on the Nintendo Switch system May 2nd. Pre-orders begin today on Nintendo eShop.
Again, like if the rumors of the games being able to be upgraded on the Switch 2, again, I don't know why I'm calling it the Switch 2. Everyone's calling it the Switch 2. Super Switch, new Switch. If the rumor about the upgrades happening for like games is true, that would be a game I would love to see be like a day one upgrade for the system, so that we can see what the system's capable of. Because I think the game will look gorgeous on it.
Exploring the vast ocean on Nintendo Switch. That's all for today's Nintendo Direct Partner Showcase. Thank you for watching.
And yeah, I don't know. Like, it's a chill game. I don't know if I'd necessarily... Like, I feel like if that's going to be a $60 game, I don't feel like I'm going to be on board with it. And I could probably check because its pre-orders already started. But yeah, I mean, this is a pretty, like, okay. A lot of people were saying this is kind of... Especially, I watched Vinny's review of this right before I went live, and he was like, it's the leftover scraps of a Direct. I'm thinking, like, no, it's not. There's some pretty decent stuff here. And again, like, you really think the third-party developers want to be thought of that way? I think there's some pretty decent stuff. I think there's some good stuff here. Not a ton of it interests me, and to be completely honest, I am perfectly fine with that. You've seen how busy I am with streams and stuff. I'm good with not having something new to stream right now. Pocket Card Jockey is already tempting me enough, and I don't need to play it. I've already played Pocket Card Jockey. But yeah, I mean, it was a pretty decent mini direct there. Not mini. Dev on the website simply listed as Nintendo, but I also saw the ESRB rating includes alcohol references. I mean, the first endless alcohol. I need endless alcohol right now, given how much I'm fucking up my sentences. Oh wow, hold on a second. I just saw something really weird. Sorry. Okay. Yeah, my thoughts are it looks good. Everything looks good. Because I gotta stop checking my messages during streams. I swear to God. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. Just play the damn game. Stop complaining, people. It's a decent direct. And again, we're getting a Pokemon Day direct or Pokemon Presents in a week or whatever, 2 weeks, a week. That'll probably be more disappointing than this is. Let's be honest. And supposedly we're getting the new Nintendo system next month announced. Let's just calm down, enjoy ourselves. You got Final Fantasy VII Rebirth coming out in a week. That game's gonna last you like 120 hours. Calm down. Alright. I'm gonna take another quick break here, and then I'll return with Splatoon 3 Side Order. We'll get like a good 2 hours of that in before I go. Be right back.